Aloha friends, this is a video about finger counting. In third grade, we want to move away from using our fingers to count, but realistically, we all do it from time to time. These are a few steps you can take to move away from the finger counting and into a more fluent mental math strategy. Step number one is this. If your child is still counting with fingers, you can practice by asking them to flash all the fingers you need to make up a number at once. What I mean by that is, if you ask your child to make the number 8, instead of them counting 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 8, have them practice just 8 at one time. If you ask them to show you the number 2, 2 at one time, and 6, etc. You can even turn it into a game. How fast can they hold up all the fingers to make a number that you ask? 8, 7, 10. That is totally a step in the right direction. Something else you can do is help your child realize that things are a lot easier if you start with a higher number and then add the smaller number. What I mean by that is that if you are going to add 7 and 4, or 4 and 7, you should start with the number 7 because it's a lot easier to add 1, 2, 3, 4 to 7 than it is to start with 4 and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you see what I mean? Much quicker to start with the higher number and add on the smallest. Again, it's not rocket science, but these little strategies do add up. Inevitably, we add 2 single digits that end up equaling more than 10. I see children get very mixed up when using their fingers to count double digits. I have a strategy to make this a little more simple. For example, if we are to add 6 to 8, begin with flashing all 8 fingers and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I verbally say, we had 10 from before plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 from before, 11, 12, 13, 14 is our answer. The trick is to keep all 10 up and then put down any more than 10 to give you the answer. I hope that makes sense to you. The point is to recognize that we are passing 10 and into the double digits while still holding up the ones to remind us that we're past 10. Let's try another one. Let's add 5 and 9. So start with flashing 9 fingers because it's the bigger number, and then adding 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 10 from before. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 from before, 11, 12, 13, 14. Really recognizing that we already made a 10 and we're adding a couple more ones is crucial. Let's try one more example because I feel like once our kids understand this strategy, it helps tons and tons. Let's add 3 to the number 8. Start with flashing 8 at once because 8 is the bigger number, and we're adding 1, 2, 3. We had 10 from before plus 1, 10 from before, 11. 11 is our answer. Now the last step is something that we intuitively do as adults, but it's worth explicitly teaching to our kids. For example, if we are going to add the numbers 3 and 5, in our heads, we take that bigger number 5 and use our fingers to add on 3 more. 5, 6, 7, 8 is our answer. This moves away from all the fingers up and down and counting and moving and removing and tucking and untucking. If we just hold that first number in our head, we can use our fingers to add up. And it works for subtraction too. Let's take away 7 from 9. So we have 9 in our head, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 is the answer. Of course, in our binders, we have strategies to practice other ways of getting to these digits, but if you're stuck on finger counting, just follow these couple tips that I gave you and it should get the ball rolling.